Buongiorno everyone, hope you're all having a great start of the week after a fantastic weekend. Once again, for Eddie Howe's Black and White Army into the next round of the FA Cup, 8 wins in a row. Let me know people, when was the last time we did that? When, even more importantly, at the end of this week, 2 massive matches coming up at St James's Park in the Premier League. Wolves on Wednesday night, we will be there. Saturday lunchtime against Bournemouth, we will be there. Both games at home, both very winnable opportunities to get ourselves 10 wins in a row. My God, what a time to be alive. Honestly, I had 10 wins in a row. I can't ever remember that happening as a Newcastle fan in my lifetime. Of meaning as well. Do you know what I mean? Beating Man U away, beating Spurs away, beating Arsenal in the Cup semi-final. You know, FA Cup third round, I know it was against Bromley, but those are FA Cup upsets waiting to happen. We did the job, we're through to the 4th round, playing Troy Deeney's stinky Birmingham away. I may talk on that later, I've avoided the Troy Deeney stuff after you lot have been asking us about it, but honestly, Deeney, does he deserve my rant? I don't know, we'll see how this video goes. But eagle-eyed viewers will notice that the studio is starting to take shape. I keep changing my mind. There's the Football Content Awards, Silver Award up there, obviously the one we did win. The actual trophy itself there from a few years ago is there. That's last year's Silver Award, well the year before now. And I'm waiting, because I took down the Magpie Channel box logo thing. I thought it was a bit busy. I changed my mind on it. Let us know what you think as well. I want to hear what you are saying, what you would like to see, what you think looks good, doesn't look good. Well, I hope you like what's going to come up next, to be fair, because once they've been delivered, I'm waiting on 2 belter flags that I'm going to put up there. So you'll see that design shortly, hopefully. And then no doubt I'll change everything around again and change the lights and everything. I've got that new light there, different colours. I don't know. We're just seeing what works, seeing what doesn't, having a play around with it. But it's a nice little office studio space we're setting up here in the New Ken. So thanks to everyone for watching. And please do smash a like on this video if you haven't already. Before we do get into today's transfer news to kickstart the week, let's have a word from our sponsors. Very happy to announce that our brand new sponsor for the new year is StocksFC. StocksFC is the football stock market where you can buy stocks in your favourite players and earn cash rewards based on real world performances. And they are giving away 5 free stocks to every user that signs up this month through my link in the description or the QR code on your screen. So that gives you a chance to get started and get familiarised with the platform. You can scout young new prodigies and buy them early before the price potentially rises. Should have done that with Lewis Hall at the start of the season. Or you can buy stocks in proven stars. So right now, you'd obviously go ahead and get Alexander Isak snapped up. The bloke's in red hot form. He'd be the one you'd want to be backing in the market at the minute. So check the link in the description to get yourself 5 free loan stocks and begin your journey with StocksFC. Right then, the main news from today is that Miguel Almiron is on the verge of leaving Newcastle United. The Paraguayan winger's representatives are deep in discussions with several clubs. I can't believe it either. You know, I hope they haven't been watching the bloody Bromley game. I hope they don't get FA Cup in Brazil, USA, and the other places that Almiron's linked to, because they've seen him yesterday. Couldn't even take on a League 2 defender. Do you know what I mean? Couldn't get it past Dave the Postman. So, oh my days, I pray for you. Honestly, I do, because Almiron is finished. Honestly, I didn't want to date my own players and stuff, and he has gave us some good memories. You know, he did play a really strong role in getting us to the Champions League on that paper patch that he had, and he scored some good goals. He's missed some really important chances as well in that Champions League against AC Milan. I won't bring it out every time. Does me head in. But we've got to move on now. As a club, we're going forward. We're trying to get Champions League and we're trying to win a trophy for the first time in 7 years, and you don't do that with Almiron playing. You can't. Murphy's thankfully playing out of his skin and just taking on a mad role this season, and he's on fire. Goals and assists, like prime Arjen Robben. So I'll take that all day long. But at the minute, no. Almiron, there's no space for you, my friend. There is no space for you. Please move on. He's been at the club very long time now, several years. Was our record signing back in the day. So he's had his moment. He's made plenty of money. He's gave us some good memories. And it's time to shift him on. It's time to grow as a club and get him off the books. Because yesterday at against Bromley, he was crap. He was really bad. And among some others that I will talk about. But apparently talks are heating up with a few different clubs from the regions I've just mentioned. Your Brazils, your Americas, and 1 or 2 across Europe as well. For the signature of Almiron. So there we have it. The 30-odd-year-old could finally be making his way out in the next few days. According to the report today from The Telegraph, they are saying that Newcastle are still holding out for 12 million quid. And if we can get 12 million British pounds for Miguel Almiron in 2025, give Mitchell a pay rise immediately. I know he hasn't done that yet, but if that's the first real thing he does, my God, what a bloke, what a man. Honestly, pay rise immediate pay rise, because if you 12 million, honestly, you'd be looking to get £12. Bromley, I don't think would take Almiron now. Honestly, so yeah, if you can get, I'll be surprised. Listen to the talks were the other week that FC Charlotte had offered 5-6 million alongside Botafogo, whatever it is, Perry, I don't know. But anyways, if he's going to leave, if you can get anything over 10 million, it will be astonishing. Absolutely unbelievable. Even fucking 6, 7, 8 million, I think, would be good going, to be fair to you. I really would. So, Almiron on the verge of leaving. His talks heat up between Newcastle United, the players' agents, and a few clubs from around the world, basically. He's got a choice. Even Saudi might still be in there for him. Does he want that payday? Does he want to go back to South America? Apparently he's keen to stay in Europe, even in the Premier League, with the likes of Leicester and that will link with him, but we'll wait and see where he ends up going. It probably will be FC Charlotte, to be fair. You know, he did have a very good spell in the MLS at Atlanta, so if he can go back to that league, he knows the country well. So yeah, that's probably his favourite option, and it's a good option. Let's see if we can get him moved to Charlotte, if they can afford him, if they can put up the cash that Mitchell is trying to get for him. Happy days. But Almiron set to leave the Toon. He probably will be the first departure this window. I want to talk about this, Rick. I've seen a lot of yous in the comments. I do go through the comments on YouTube as well. I might not have the time to reply to all of them, but I did reply to a few of them yesterday. Funnily enough, in the vlog where someone thought I was wearing high heels because you could hear it on the cobbled streets of the Toon, that was me lass, and she is in the vlog as well, so you can see it on there. But the things people pick up on YouTube is mad, the questions you get. So no, wasn't wearing high heels. That was me lass who was at the game yesterday as well, so glad we can just clear that one up. Anyway, hey, if you want to wear high heels, each to their own. Not me though. More of a total 90s man myself, you know, retro, Predators, Champagne Edition, classic. Whatever. So yeah, no, wasn't wearing high heels, and Newcastle did beat Bromley, so that was very, very good. But in that game, like I said, side note there, a lot of the comments were slating Longstaff. That's where I was originally trying to go with that before I went on a tangent. Should we sell Longstaff? Yes. Yes, we should, is what I'm doing there. As I'm saying, in my hand, there's a yes, there's a no. I'm right up here with this one. Right up there. Serving out the pizzas, you know. Yes, sell Sean Longstaff, because it's outweighing it now. He's behind Louis Miley. Louis Miley was unbelievable yesterday. First start anyways, for a long, long while after that bad injury suffered. The bloke has came back. The lad has came back a man, is a good way of putting it. You know, he's really beefed up. He's really filled out. He looks more athletic now. Fair play to him. He's putting the work in the gym, puts the work in on the training pitch, and he's a very good technical footballer, just 18 years old. So, well done to Louis Miley. Great strike yesterday, absolute screamer. But that leaves him ahead of Longstaff now. And even Willock, if he can manage 3 minutes of football, would be ahead of him as well. Is ahead of him. So Sean Longstaff, is it time to sell? I believe so. I believe so. And people are saying yesterday that his body language wasn't right and that he's in a huff and stuff, because apparently Newcastle are willing to listen to offers this January. And of course we are. Like I said, what is he now? 5th, 6th choice centre midfielder? Tonali, Bruno, Joe Linton, Miley, Willock, Longstaff. 6th choice. So yeah. Listen to offers from him. If you can get, again, like Miggy, you can get 10 to 15 million for him. Maybe even more English tax. I can't remember how long Sean Longstaff's got left on his current deal. He did sign an extension, didn't he? I'm not sure if it was 1 year or 2 years. But aye, if you can get money for Longstaff this window, and obviously he's a homegrown player, you'd take it. Everton are interested in him. Does Moise want to make him his first signing back at Goodison Park? Let's wait and see. I think there's some good moves out there for Sean Longstaff. There is. He's not going to get much game time now at his boyhood club. He has made, and very big credit towards him, over 200 appearances for the Magpies. Again, like Almiron, he's had some very good moments. You know, he did score in semi-finals of the Carabao Cup when we got the final 2 seasons ago. He did score in the Champions League. You know, he has been solid for us. He's give a shift every time. But yesterday was one of his worst performances yet. And that looks like it's the beginning of the end. It looks like he's on his way out. It looks like, you know, he's had his day, he's seen his day. It's time to say farewell and get some money for him. Cash in on him. Do you know what I mean? That's the one that makes sense for me. I think we'll have to get that done this January. That would make sense, so then we can get him off the books and free some space up to sign some players that can make a bigger and better impact on the pitch. So Sean Longstaff, should we sell him this January? Let me know in the comments below. In terms of incomings, it's a really quiet day. It's all about selling players, because we know for FFP and PSR, we need to sell players before we buy. So then maybe once we've sold Almiron and Longstaff, Matty Target still linked to go away, even though he had a pretty good second half yesterday. First half I thought he was really poor. Odysseas, can we just sell Odysseas? What the hell's going on there? If this bloke can get a start against Bromley, they don't trust him enough to start against a League Two outfit, Bromley. You know, he's getting pictured walking into St James's Park yesterday with his shades on, looking like a Bond villain. You know, you gotta give him a role in the Matrix, because he's not going to play a Premier League match for Newcastle, is he? He can't even play an FA Cup match against a League Two side. So what hope has this bloke got? My God, this will go down as one of the worst signings in Newcastle's history. I know it had to be done for FFP. The 20 million or whatever rumour it is that we did spend on him was just an absolute loophole that we had to capitalise on. I understand that it's business that had to do it. Didn't want to sell Anderson. We're put in a corner. But yeah, I mean, if Odyssey has to kind of play against fucking Bromley, what hope is the bloke, God bless him. I thought he was an Irish keeper as well. I thought he was a good signing. I think he's a decent backup. But I must be wrong. I'm not there day in, day out of training. I'm not seeing what Graham Jones and the goalkeeping staff, Howard Tyndall and everyone's seeing. Because it mustn't be pretty if you kind of get a game like this. My days, man. I thought, Greek goalkeeper, seen him against England a couple months ago. He was pretty good. Benfica, he was really high thought of a few years ago. We were warned off Forest fans that he was terrible there. But, he might not have worked out there. We warned Forest fans that Chris Wood was terrible. The bloke's one of the best in the league. Can't believe it. Still can't get out of that. So anyways, Odysseas another one. Can you try and get rid of him so soon? There's fringe players that we can get rid of. It does look like the other goalkeeper who had to step in yesterday once more, Martin Dubravka, is set to sign a new contract, according to new reports. But apparently it might not even be an extension. It may just be a new contract for the next 5-6 months on a higher wage. So there's different rumours floating about that. He might still go to Saudi. They might see how that plays out in a week or two time. A lot of people are saying that he's staying now and he's just going to see out his deal until the summer. And there's a reporting that he will sign that new deal. Some, like I said there, just the same amount of time but on more money, a bigger incentive, maybe a bonus if we win the cup. Or you give him a new deal for a year or a year and a half, 2 years, and then he gets a bigger pay rise as well. So there's different rumours floating around, but if you had to guess now, it does look like Martin Dubravka will be staying at Newcastle United. A big U-turn there from when Al-Shabaab and all the Saudi reports were saying it was a done deal. Newcastle switched on. They realised, we get through this cup final. Pope doesn't recover very well. We can't sign Trafford. We don't trust Odysseas to play against Bricklayers. Then yeah, you're going to have to keep him. Do you know what I mean? You're going to have to keep him. So we'll wait and see what happens there. But in terms of incomings, it's all gone a little bit quiet because I do think we need to sell before we buy. I mean, we know that. The club have made that quite clear for some time now. How Eels, all of them have said that. So once you do ship off an Almiron and maybe one or two others, you will see the rumours heat up. And the problem is at the minute, I mentioned it last week, you've still got a lot of games flying about at the minute. We've had another 2-game week here, Wednesday night, Saturday lunch. So, next week is when you'll hopefully see a lot more activity in the transfer window. Aston Villa are actually about to sign the Dortmund winger that we were linked to the other day. So he's on his way to Villa Park apparently for a deal in just over 20 million quid. So there's a Newcastle target that was rumoured the other week that we could have got, a winger/forward that we need. He's on his way to Aston Villa. I think that's a smart signing by them for very good money now. 20 odd million. This day and age, Dutch international, plays in the Champions League, got a good goal scoring record. Good signing for Villa, that. But that's what Villa do, to be fair. They have made some very good signings of late. But Newcastle really just linked with the likes of Jonathan David and that. So that would be tremendous as well. But that's the only real one I've seen in the past day or so is Jonathan David. Newcastle are trying to tempt Lille to sell him before his contract runs out in the summer. But I think every club would just wait until the summer, because then you would just give him the sign-on fee that you'd give Lille. Or do you go to Lille with 5-10 million and say, well, we're front the queue, we'll take him now? I would love that. Imagine a Jonathan David coming in, the boost that would give everyone around the place. Take the load off ease out a little bit, especially with all these cup competitions we've got going on. I know Osula scored a worldie yesterday, but there's still a lot of work to be done there with him, I believe. So yeah, it would be good to do that, but that happening this window, we'll wait and see. If we could get a striker and a forward like Jonathan David, a winger like that, versatile attacker, basically, that would be quality. But we'll wait and see. Callum Wilson meant to be back next month anyway, so he'll save the day, won't he? You never know. It might be beautifully poetic if Wilson was the one to come off the bench in March. Hasn't kicked a ball in months and scores a goal against Liverpool or Spurs in the final if we get there, when we get there. What a way to sign off as Newcastle's number 9. That would be for him. Bit of a fairy tale ending instead of the horror show that we had last time in the final with Karius in goal. Not that it was really Karius' fault. No one really turned up for it. Let's hope it's different this year. Better be. I'm away. Right, I'll see you later, everyone. And once again, shout out to StocksFC for sponsoring this video. Remember, you can hit that QR code on your screen there now, or click the link in the description. Get yourselves on the website. Get yourselves your 5 free loan signings. Make some cash on there. Get started for free. have a bit of fun with it, play around, and let us know how you get on in the comments below. Cheers for watching, do subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you on the next one.